A515 Sudbury towards Ashbourne. 50 miles an hour speed restriction area now. Large undulation in the road. Towing in arrows telling us that the solid white line is going to start on our side. That basically is all about there's no view as we rise this undulation in the carriageway. Chevron boards telling us the road's going round to the right. Position wise we're going to be tucked in towards the near side. We're warned of a slippery road surface. As you can see from the weather conditions, it's nice, dry and bright, but this time of the year, or any time of the year really, you can always get tractors that have come out of the fields and they've dragged a load of muck onto the carriageway. So again, always have that contingency plan, base your riding plan on what you can see and what you can't see, and what you can reasonably expect to happen. So you can reasonably expect that during harvesting time, tractors and the likes will be in and out of some of these fields and drag debris out into the carriageway. Still in the 50 miles an hour speed restriction area. Travelling along at 50 miles an hour at the moment. Right hand bend, we're tucking ourselves in towards the near side to extend that view around the right hand bend. We can see things earlier, things coming towards us, or other road users can see us. Information board up ahead, giving us some directions, taking in information, sacrificing that position away from the oncoming vehicle, junctions and houses and the likes to the offside. Hazard warning line in the centre of the carriageway. That's purely and simply for this left-hand bend. Telegraph poles, as you can see, showing us the route of the road. Gives us a good indication if we can't see where the road's going towards. We can have a look at those telegraph poles. That's generally following the road line. Junctions to the offside. Can we see into it? Can vehicles come into those junctions see us? Into this left-hand bend now, positioning ourselves out towards the white line. Parked vehicle in a lay-by on the offside. Drivers sitting in there, but always be mindful that they might just do a U-turn in front of you, so we would have lost some speed on the approach to that vehicle. Primary route board up ahead, green background. The road's giving us a good indication when it's going towards, but there's a junction towards the near side, but more importantly that one tucked on the offside that you can't see into. As we come into this right-hand bend, we can see that junction there on the near side. Any vehicles sitting there would pick up on nice and early, but it's that junction on the offside that we wouldn't have been able to see until we virtually get into the bend. Vehicles waiting to emerge are going to go in our direction. They're going to be slow moving as they come out of that junction. No point going flying into it and then having to stop or brake hard mid-bend. Road starting to open up now, still on that hazard warning line in the centre of the carriageway. That's purely and simply be down to this left-hand bend. And there'll be driveways. There's one on the near side there. You've got another primary route board up ahead. Again, it's a good indication of where the road's going round to, and that junction on the offside, reinforced by hazard warning triangles. Skid marks, there's always a good clue. People have had to brake quite heavily on the approach to those junctions because either vehicles have moved in or moved out. And the road looks as though it's dropping downhill now. De-restricted sign. That means we can build our speed up to the national speed limit of 60 miles an hour. But downhill, the bike will always have a tendency to start running away from you, and the speed will increase. Got to be careful and be watching that speedometer closely. Holding it at 60 miles an hour. Generally quite easy on a motorbike due to its gearing. If the bike does have a tendency to start running away, it's easy to just go down one gear, and that'll give you a little bit of braking efficiency. Junctions near side, offside. Again, skid marks, they're always the clue, aren't they? There's a vehicle just pulled out of that offside junction, so imagine coming down here at relatively high speed or nearer that junction and a vehicle does that on you. You're then going to have to brake quite hard or take some avoiding action. Just because a vehicle or the driver appears to be looking at you doesn't mean to say that they've seen you or taken a great deal of notice of you. Always lose that speed in anticipation that the vehicle does move. That means you can be able to stop in the distance you can see to be clear. Into this right-hand bend, we've had that warning sign of that near side junction. Again, check it out, make sure there's nothing going to come out of there, nothing coming towards you. There is a big turning right filter lane there, which will give you a good indication of vehicles turning across your path. Again, another warning sign, lots of information to take on board. Again, near side junction. Starting to come across slow moving vehicles up ahead. A large goods vehicle coming towards us, so I'm moving in towards the near side, sacrificing my position for safety. Trying to keep near the speed limit of 50 miles an hour to keep maximum progress on this type of road. We're dropping down to the 40 miles an hour speed restriction area. Primary route board up ahead telling us there's a roundabout. So on the approach to the roundabout, we're starting to lose some speed in anticipation of the vehicle having to stop as we get towards that roundabout.